Okay, I'm enhanced. Mm-mm. Sounds good. Tell them to suck it. Oh, yeah, it's true. That's better. Should be good now.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Making sounds. Testing it out.
I think that this is too many players to do every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can cut down, and there's a lot of that's why overlap is good, right? Yeah, maybe like one or two each. What do you think?
Like I could even see, because in all honesty, I think I like the way we used to do it, where we would do like 3 or 4 each, and like usually 1 or 2 of them, at least one would be like a super fucking deep ad. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
those 1%ers and less, like the less than 5%.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, that's fine. Work in progress,
I'm just giving my honest opinion.
That's fine. I'm down
for
with it. Yeah.
Talk.
So what? So like one each in one each category.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't have to stick to the, if you have 2 that are in the 30s and 2 that are in the under 20%, like you don't need to have one. I would think you don't need to have one in each category. Or do you want to always have one in each category? Sometimes the category stuff is hard to stick to that format.
Yeah,
for the sole reason of you're looking for people that are that percent owned on certain teams because they have the best weeks. But like sometimes, there
doesn't make sense.
There are no ones that are like in the 30%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't want
in those games
people just because they're people. You know what I mean? Like I'm with you on that.
I'll grab my bottle of water.
Evan Bouchard looks like somebody tried to draw John Tavares from memory. It's unfortunate. I'm so fucking tired of Rasmus Anderson on the goddamn top power play. Give me some fucking Hannafin, boys.
Hannafin. Sounds like a prescription.
Yeah. Side effects may include.
What about Marc-Andre Fleury get lit the fuck up?
Well, I mean, hindsight is one thing. Because now we can look back on it and just be like, yeah, well, Chicago's bad.
Remember, that will happen sometimes.
Oh, Rocker. I got Battle of Alberta going. It's right there. I'm watching it. That's what I'm watching right now. 2-zip, Lucic in the fucking box. Because why is he still playing hockey?
Sounds like Milan Lucic.
Milan Lucic.
Do I have to do anything special for us to be on YouTube?
Yeah, you're doing the intro again.
Oh man. No, it's if anything, it's Raj's turn.
Raj?
Nope.
That's not fair. Like I did it straight up off the cuff.
Yep. It was a big surprise.
I don't give a shit what you did.
Nobody even noticed.
I was just too busy eating Planters peanuts or something.
Cashews.
Nice.
I like
Fucking
cashews.
bougie. Bougie.
What's going on here?
I like me some cashews.
All right, I'm 2 beers in. We can go.
The magic number.
Yeah, I'm working on number 3. Always got to have a backup. Yeah, I got home like a half hour ago and I just started pounding beers. I don't work tomorrow. I feel bad.
Yes, he pull Yarvi, huh?
Yeah, he just won't stop. My other sous chef, his grandma passed away, and 2 weeks ago his mom died.
My God.
Yeah, it sucks. And he just came back, so he's worked for like a whole week. So he took 2 weeks off because his mom died, and I was picking up like all extra hours and whatever, so my chef could get actual days off and stuff too. And then fucking this morning, his grandma dies, and he's like, dude, he's going on 2 weeks unpaid because chef didn't want to give him time. He's like, dude, your grandma was 97, but at the same time, like your mom just died and now your grandma, and like this particular person, like the rest of his family, he doesn't care for, not at all. Like these were the only 2 people that mattered to him.
But also it's like just
that's a goal.
The mental strain of that happening back to back.
Yeah, I mean the snowball, and I'm like, dude, when it rains, it fucking pours. But anyway, he's like, the chef's pissed at him because like we touch up the walk-in every day. It's part of our job as a sous chef, and we tag teamed it today. And he was telling me, it was like, yeah, chef is like pissed that I'm taking this leave. I'm like, are you kidding? He was like, it's just weird that you don't. I mean, I guess at the same time, like you just had 2 weeks off, but just be a person,
Yeah.
Just be a person.
Damn, RNH got an assist. Shit.
And chef got a promotion, so he's leaving. His last day will be like December 1st. So I know he's
why the hell does he even care?
Well, he's just killing time, like he already got the promotion. So like, why does he want
Well,
to
you know what I mean? Yeah. Why
hours,
even why even fucking be pissed? Why let it like bother you like that,
Yeah. I got a bunch of opening shifts, which I'm fucking stoked about. Especially on Mondays and Tuesdays where I can belt out at like 7. Fuck, love Monday and Tuesday opens. Holy shit. You get out.
What time do you guys open?
I don't have to be there till 8, which is fucking radical.
So like, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, 11. I'm only working a single shift, 11 hours, not pulling a double.
Hey, believe me,
18. We know doubles.
I know how you feel.
Yeah. But I'm stoked. I was like, chef, like, you never have to ask me if I want to open. Just yes, I'm there. I have 2 kids. I'm already awake. I'm not waking up early to get here at 8. Like by 8, I already have a load of laundry in. My bed's made. I'm an adult. I'm not like the guy I work with, Andy. He's like, yeah, I didn't get in until like 3 a.m. I was at the arcade all night. I'm like, dude, you're 35.
He was at the arcade, like playing like arcade games and stuff.
Yeah. Like, number one, where do you find an arcade? First of all. Secondly, like, why are they open until 2? And third, why are you there until 2? There's only so many times you can play Dance Dance Revolution.
Down? I'd have more respect for you if you said I closed down the bar last night.
Yeah,
I was there when they were locking up. Not I was at the arcade when they were locking up.
They got this great plushie that I was trying to get enough tickets for. I couldn't just leave.
They have a watch that is also a calculator.
But it's the same arcade that I took my kids to because he's talking about it all the time. He goes every weekend.
That even sounds creepier. You know,
He's Japanese. They love their arcade games.
then it's definitely creepier.
Oh well. Were you
Fucking
ready to roll?
Playing Donkey Kong surrounded by tentacles. Ugh.
I don't remember that game. My other buddy Han, he's coming back. And I guess he went to Boston this weekend. He stopped at a dispensary for me. So I'm pretty excited about that.
All right, Raj, you bringing us in?
Yeah, kick it off, man.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's get it out.
Waiting on you.
Not my job.
At Mike Rogerson.
Just waiting on you, bud. I'm not the one that needs to edit out all this silence, so. I mean, I could. I'm not working tomorrow. If you need me to.
No. No, I got it.
Anytime you're ready, bud. Are you guys messengering me? I guess I can catch up on my email.
What's the hold up here?
Yeah, I'm not doing the intro.
Why?
Should do it sometime.
Yeah.
Prep yourself, get yourself ready.
Yeah, Zach did it. It was fun. Why do you hate fun?
It's not very Canadian of you. I feel like
Yeah.
Canadians love fun. And I feel like it's something you're known for.
I didn't even know there was that, like, no was in a Canadian's vocabulary. Like, I didn't know that was. I mean, I don't know Canadian, so I just figured there wasn't a word for that in your language.
75 different words for snow, but 0 for no.
All right.
That rhymes, Raj. And you know what rhymes. All right, let's go.
Yep. All right.
Hey, wait.
Enhance.
Let's not go. Yeah, Jesus. Shooting
12
the
minutes.
shits that whole time.
Re-enhance. Re-enhance.
Jesus.
Re-out.
Enhance.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5-Hole Fantasy Hockey Podcast. We're your hosts today, TJ, Zach, and Raj.
Hey.
So today we got your week preview, week 2. You guys can find us on Twitter at FHFH Hockey. You can join the Fantasy Hockey Discord. I think we're like 3 members away from 1,000. I haven't checked.
Let's get it
in
on.
a minute. Yeah. So come on in.
Get it on.
Talk fantasy hockey whenever you want. Talk regular hockey. Talk about smoking meats. Don't give a shit.
Talk
Come
about
hang out.
bacon and pancakes.
Yeah. So what is there to get to? Let me get my notes up here. I'm ill prepared. Let's talk about news and notes. Peter Mrazek day-to-day with a groin injury. I wrote that a while ago, but now it looks like 2 weeks. I wrote it this morning or yesterday morning before work. But yeah, news has come out that it's going to be 2 weeks, 14 days. If you need to convert that, he's going to be out. So Michael Hutchinson got called up. It looks like the Jack Campbell show for now until then. John Klingberg had an awkward fall day-to-day. Braden Holtby, he should be back pretty soon. I mean, he was dehydrated. He got the
Drink
first
some water,
start.
Braden.
He got the first start. There was no back-to-back. Does that mean anything for you guys?
Well, Kudobin is supposed to get the start to on the 16th. So Kudobin is getting that start, but Braden Holtby, might get 2 games next week, or he might get 1. We'll see. They only have 2.
Oof, brutal.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't even know. I don't understand why they got him. They have so many goalies, and they're all coming back.
They don't have enough goalies that drink enough water, though. So you gotta have 4, right?
It's dry down there in Texas.
Mark Stone needed help getting off the ice in the middle of Thursday's game against the Kings. There's no updates there. Max Pacioretty, he's going to be out for a while too. So they're losing a lot
on the same
on the wings.
game too. Like,
yeah, and that one was like, it kind of flew under the radar. Like the Mark Stone thing, was front and center, but then Max Pacioretty, that didn't come out until later. So, I mean, that's essentially your entire second line. Who do you guys see moving up? Like, does Peyton Krebs come back up? Does he get a wing spot? What do you think? Like, what happens here? Because that's a bitch and sweet. I think it's their top line with Chandler Stevenson. He's leading our streamer candidates going into this weekend or going up into this week, and he's got no wingers to play with. So what do we really do?
You gotta hope that they don't put Danton up there, but
they're going to. It's 6 weeks
you almost think he's gonna leapfrog, right?
Yeah.
You would have to think so.
Yeah, that misfit
but then
line. That
who goes
go
on the right side? I still actually like Riley Smith to get up to that top line. But we'll see if they want to break up that second line. There's going to be a lot on Marchessault, Carlson, and Riley Smith though.
That's
to
what
be producing shots.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that second line is the de facto top line now. I think they just move the whole line up, and then they build a second line around Chandler Stevenson, which is probably going to be, Evgeny Dadonov.
Yep.
I mean, what a time to not have Alex Tuck,
Do you know one thing I do like about that, though? Like, one thing I really do like about that, it's going to force him to shoot. You got to shoot, man.
Who, Chando?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to shoot.
Now you're going to have to shoot more. He's always had a great shooting percentage. We always wanted him to shoot more. Now he's going to have to.
I wanted everybody to shoot more.
That's true. But we've always we've always said, hey, he's on this great line. He scores goals. He has a great shooting percentage. He has all like the tools. He just needs to shoot more. It shoots like a little over 2 a game.
All right, moving ahead in the injury report here, you got Casey Middlestat is going to be out a couple weeks. He sustained an upper body injury versus Montreal on Thursday. Emil Bemstrom, 4 to 6 weeks, left oblique strain. Brian Rust, day to day. I don't know. Did he play tonight? I don't think he did.
He did not.
He did not. Zach Bogosian is 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury. John Gibson, there's no official statement there, but Gibson is out with a lower body injury following a 33-save win against Winnipeg, a wild win, not a win I saw them making. And then Stolarz comes in, makes 41 saves in what was 7 seconds away from being an overtime game versus the Wild. Do you guys think there's any gold in them Stolarz hills?
That was crazy. Like, it was, I can't even say it was like vintage Stolarz because I've never really seen Stolarz make some of those saves that he made. Right. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. I was like, no shit, fucking Anthony Stolarz, huh? No, like, that is wildly unsustainable. I mean, I've seen Stolarz play a lot being a Philly fan. So, like, I'm pretty sure I know what he is. And I don't think he's that.
No.
Raj just says no.
It's Anaheim. Like, if Gibson can't do it, nobody can do it.
Then no one can.
No.
Yeah.
Give him, like, I've said it. We've all said it about Anaheim. Like, give him 2 years and thumbs up, but not this week, I don't think.
Well, they have 4 games this week, so I mean,
that's true.
There starts to be had. Maybe we see Lucas Dostal.
All I'm saying is I don't see gold in them Stolarz hills, like you said.
Yeah, fair enough. Sidney Crosby is skating, should only need a week or 2, which is a bummer for Jeff Carter, who has been absolutely lights out to start the season.
Another assist tonight.
Oh, man, just won't stop. Nicholas Backstrom moved to LTIR. He is eligible to return November 6th. That's not a date for which he will return. That's just when he's eligible. Don't know a timeline there. Ryan Strome, COVID protocol. David Perron took a maintenance day. I don't know. Did he play? I'm sorry, I wrote these notes like before work, and I haven't had a chance to check.
David Perron had a goal tonight.
Okay, so he did play. Perfect. Valerie Nichushkin, and he's out for a bit. It could be out like a week or two. I wonder if they call up Alex Newhook or who they put in that spot long term for what's going to be like. They need a Band-Aid here for a week or two. Gabriel Landeskog, suspended. I assume Andre Burakovsky went up to that top line. I don't know. I need some help here, boys. I haven't had a chance to look.
I was just looking at something else.
God, I didn't even see these 2 Colorado goals happen.
Yeah, so Burakovsky did move up, and it's Nazem Kadri because Nathan McKinnon did not return asymptomatic COVID symptoms.
Yeah, all of a sudden that top 6 doesn't look so hot in Colorado.
Yeah, we are seeing Rantanen get double shifted. They did not call anybody up, it looks like. So we'll see.
Sampo
If that's a second line. Dylan Sakura, JT Compher, Sampo Ranta.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care what y'all say. I mean, I get that maybe that top 6 altogether isn't looking good, but Nazem Kadri and Andre Burakovsky playing with Mikko Rantanen, I'm a fan of both of those.
Good for them.
Kadri has been on a tear. Kadri has like what, 5 points or something?
Yeah,
like 3 games.
He's been great, actually. He's been great again. But I mean, I'm just looking at daily face-off right now, and as of right now, they don't even have a full lineup. Like
and they just scored again. Who scored?
Oh, really? Oh my God!
They just scored again.
Let it be Sampo Ranta. That would be wicked. JT Compher.
Was it?
Oh wow! San Jose is tied with Winnipeg. Is Winnipeg going to be bad this year? Holy hell, they are not having a good California road trip. I mean, it's too early in the season. That's a big part of what I want to say this episode too is just don't panic. I'm hearing people talk about like dropping Samsonov because Vanacek's got 2 games in a row. It's exactly that. It's 2 games in. Let's just see what happens here.
Tyson Jost, by the way.
Was it? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah.
But they might be saying he kicked it in. I'm not sure.
I'm watching the Battle of Alberta here. 3-1 in favor. Yeah. Yep. Nice. All right. Let's move into the returns. I only got one big one. It's Jake Gensel. He had 9 shots on goal in his return to action. 9. Pittsburgh also had 9 power play opportunities. They scored on 2. Jeff Carter had 8 shots on goal. Rodriguez had 7. Jake Gensel only had 1 shot, so he's averaging 5 shots a game, like a bum through 2 games. Yeah, let's move into news. Brady Tkachuk signs a deal. We are all rewarded.
You can wipe the sweat off your brow.
Oh man. Oh,
I'm sleepless stoked. Nights are over.
Yeah, I'm stoked. So Brady's back in. That top line is going to be. I mean, I guess it kind of sucks for Stutz, who was placeholder there, but Brady coming back, a rising tide floats all boats. So I'm all about it. Charlie McAvoy signs. Raj, you had lots to say in our group chat about these D contracts and McAvoy. I mean, they signed him before his breakout top power play year. You know what I mean? Like he's about to be on the top power play for what we can hope is all year.
Oh wow!
And 9.5. That's
it's too much.
He would make more next summer. Sure.
Yeah, I just think the D contracts, there's been this trend, obviously, to sign, humongous D. I mean, Draisaitl makes 8.5.
Nurse makes more than Draisaitl.
Draisaitl outscored McDavid. And he makes less than these guys. Like, come on. It's just like it's an odd thing to do. Like, I know McAvoy is a fantastic defenseman. Like, he's a better real defenseman than he is fantasy defenseman even. But
well, so far,
basically $10 million, man. That is steep.
That's the way it's going. I mean, I blame Cam Fowler. He's patient zero for all these like nutsy D contracts, and it kind of got the ball rolling. But you look at, I mean, like Heiskanen signed, Nurse signed, Moransky signed, Jones signed. Like there was a lot of D contracts this year.
Yeah.
So it's just the trend. It's what's happening. I mean, Quinn Hughes looking like an absolute steal for what, you know, what he brings to the table compared to like any of these guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I guess people are wanting to lock into it. It is the trend. It is, you know, agents have a serious leverage and they're all taking advantage of it. But I think it's too much. I think in a few of those cases, it's going to come back to haunt a few of these teams.
So Jeremy Swayman got game one. Does that make you think about anything about Ullmark?
I love Swayman. I'm happy about
Yeah,
that.
I think
there's a lot of people that
than
like Swayman.
Anticipated.
There's a lot of people that like Swayman.
He's got the swag.
Swag man.
Still, I think it's interesting. I mean, it's not like Ullmark is a bad goalie. I mean, they're seeing them both in practice and everything like that. So, I mean, I think a lot of people are probably running to the waiver wire to pick up Swayman if he's available.
Yeah, I think you should.
A lot.
Yeah, I think he'll wind up with more volume than I anticipated. Because, I mean, this whole offseason, we're saying, okay, you know, Linus Ullmark got starters money. He's going to be a starter. Not game one.
Well,
yeah.
And I'll say this. This is a perfect example of don't be the guy that's on the outside looking in. This is a perfect example of pick him up and see if he continues to start. Now, if they start giving if he's only getting 50%, then maybe don't hold on to him or have them both as a tandem. But this is a perfect example.
Arthur Kaliev just scored. I'm all about it. I'm here for the LA youth movement. Okay, so Zach, keeping with that same, keep feeling those feelings. What do you think about Vitek Vanacek and what's going on with Samsonov? 2 games in a row for Vanacek.
And he hasn't played horrible either.
They switched it to Arvidsson. Sorry.
Nice.
And he hasn't played horrible either. Especially with these good teams that, Boston is going to win. You're going to get wins. Your chances of picking up their goalie and getting a win is high. Washington, same fucking deal. I like points. Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, absolutely. Pick him up. Pick him up for, the better part of a week. If he doesn't get the start, then drop him. It's fine. Figure it out. But, both situations, those are good teams. I want to have their goalie. I want to have the main goalie for both of those teams if I can. I don't care. I'll get wins. I like points.
Do you guys remember a few years ago? I want to say 4, maybe 5 years ago when Colorado was bad and they were really bad. I think there were 2 separate games where they gave up 10. Is Arizona that bad? Are we rushing to stack against Arizona whenever we can?
Yes.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
They're pretty bad. And they did it to themselves. They're just fuck this. They are literally just punting on the season.
Yeah, nobody expected them to be good. Nobody. But this has the makings of a monumentally bad year.
Mm-hmm.
Columbus put up 7. Are we reading into that at all? Do we think, Columbus is an offensive team, or was it just the Coyotes factor?
Yeah, we're not thinking that. No, I think Columbus
is Louis Eriksson really on their top line?
Louis Eriksson is really on their top line,
yes,
which sucks because I was amped about Lawson Krause, and I wasn't prepared to be amped about anybody in Arizona. But the dude bangs.
Yeah, I know, but they're rolling those. They have to be rolling those lines. If your top line consists of Louis Eriksson and you're not rolling fucking lines where everybody's getting an equal piece of the pie, then there is really something wrong.
Let's reel it back.
Ryan Dzingel is on your fourth line.
Arizona wants to lose games. Who's a better top liner? It's Louis Eriksson, right? So, I mean, there's that.
Hey, we're paying him the money. We might as well just put him up there.
Yeah.
And so top line money, Louis Eriksson.
Let's move into panic meters because everybody's freaking the fuck out because, there's been 3 games, 2 games, whatever. Ilya Samsonov. We've been talking about a little bit throughout this episode. Do you guys think the panic is there? Are we okay? So say you're a Samsonov owner. Are you straight up dropping him for Vanacek at this point?
No, you'd have to kind of think you want to pick up both of them.
Yeah, but
I don't know that I would drop one for the other.
Which one would you rather have at this point? Right. I mean, there's one guy playing games.
Right now, I feel like it's too fluid of a situation. So where I did say, hey, I'd rather be the guy that picks them up than the guy that wanted to, like, it seems too fluid to me.
Sometimes the best moves you can make in the early parts of the season are the moves you don't make. And this might be one of them. Panicking on Samsonov. I don't know. I think there's a 50, like it's going to even out at some point. I do think it's going to be 50-50. I don't think I was, the blinds weren't over my eyes. I didn't think this was going to be 60-40, 75, none of that. I thought it was going to be 50-50 from the get. So we'll see. But Raj, what do you think, man?
I'd go Vanacek. I mean, I just don't. I think it'll level out, like you said. Even at max, it would swing to 60-40 Samsonov's favor. So, even if it does swing that way, it's not that big of a swing. I don't know. I'm not super high on either guy, but if you're hunting for goalies, I'd ride Vanacek and. Drop him if you have to. I mean, it obviously depends on the depth of the league. Like, I'm looking at one team I have on my screen right now where everybody's got 4 goalies and there's 16 teams. So, we're down to third stringers. So then, yeah, in leagues like that, absolutely, I'd be hanging on to goalies a little bit more. But in a standard league, 12-teamer where most teams have 2, maybe 3 goalies, I wouldn't be super attached to either one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right there with both of you guys. I think having either of these guys gives you a 50% chance of getting Washington's games. So Vanacek, definitely a hot waiver wire ad, and I'm not going to fault you for doing it, but dropping Samsonov, I mean, 2 weeks down the road when Samsonov after this plays 2 games in a row or what have you, I do think it's still going to level out to a 50-50. That's just what I think right now. I don't know Peter Laviolette personally or anything, but that's what I think. Andre Vasilesky, absolute butt cheeks through a couple games this year.
What in the world?
Yeah, and it was against a depleted Pittsburgh team. It was against Detroit. I know.
No, it wasn't against
Apples
Detroit. It was against just Tyler Bertuzzi.
Just Tyler Bertuzzi. So yeah. I know Nate over at Apples and Geno's is having some alone time with Andre Vasilesky's stats right now and his 0G, theory that he named and everything. And are we panicking with Andre Vasilesky, or is this a perfect buy low time?
It's if anybody's panicking,
if anybody's dumb enough to sell him to you, then yeah.
Tonight he was he got the win 2-1 over Washington and 970 save percentage. So come on, it's Vasilevsky.
That's a game in which I think Kucherov went down, and there hasn't been any clarity as to what happened to him. So I think Kucherov played half the game or something like that. It fell a weird way, and Stamkos said it didn't look good. So that sucks because I am a Kucherov owner in a couple of leagues. I'm an everybody owner. I have too many leagues.
There's nobody that you don't have a piece of.
Yeah. Tampa's always best with one of their stars missing. That's all they know. There's always one of their 4 superstars out at any given time. So they'll probably pick it up again.
Well, they're not as deep as they used to be. That's the thing, though. They're not as deep as they used to be. So when one of their stars goes out, so if Nikita Kucherov is down, you have to think that Stamkos moves up. obviously. But
He'll be
now
back for the
instead
playoffs.
now instead of the
Exactly.
deep roster that they had before, now what? You're probably putting Matthew Joseph up there. You know, it's a lot thinner than what it used to be.
Yeah, you can always slide Alex Barbu. Well, wait. Oh shit. No, you can't because he's playing for fucking Seattle now. All right, panic meter number 3. Trevor Zegras played 13 minutes in his first game and 14:37 in his second game. So crazy low ice time. He's got 2 hits or 2 shots to show for it through 2 games. What do we think? Panic? The guys over at Short Shifts said it perfectly. Like, you pick this guy up to be a 60-point guy. 60 points means you don't score in every game. Are we panicking?
I don't know that I'm
panic.
panicking,
I
especially
wouldn't have them to begin with.
yeah, not this early, but kind of going along with what Roger's getting at, I'm not attached to him in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, if it's that deep of a league where Trevor Zegras is a like straight up hold, no matter how bad he's doing at the beginning, then okay. But I'm not staying attached to him. If he's not performing, then I'm going to go out and pick up somebody on the waiver wire that is. And if he, I'm going to keep him on my watch list, which is fine. But I'm not panicking because I'm not attached.
I got him in my NPC category. I don't know if you guys are gamers, but that means non-playable character when you play video games.
Yeah.
So it's like Professor Oak in Pokemon's. Like, you guys, you talk to him in the beginning, he gives you a Pokemon, and then that's it. You don't fucking see him for the rest of the thing. So Trevor Zegras, Professor Oak, you draft him, and then you don't fucking see him for the rest of the game. But yeah, Zegras NPC for me. I'm out. I'm talking mostly from like 12 team redraft perspective. And stream him out. Patrick Hornqvist. This is a guy that's been reliable for shots, hits, blocks, maybe not blocks, but power play points most of the time. Not on the top power play. 948 in his first game, 1301 in his second. Patrick Hornqvist. Drop.
I've dropped him in 2 leagues. So that's what I think.
There you go.
I mean, you can't, whatever
He's
the
got
reason,
5 hits through 2 games, but hits
whatever
per
the
minute.
reason, you can't be rostering someone getting 9 minutes, 12 minutes. You can't play that guy. Florida's just gotten too good. They have too many other people now. They just do not need them.
They got Carter Verhaeghe still kicking ass and taking names, and Sam Bennett scoring fucking hat tricks.
Point per game players. I'm glad we made it this far in the podcast and we haven't said like, oh, he's on pace for 328 points. I'm proud of us. I'm really proud of us. Connor Hellebuyck, are we worried? 2 games so far, and he has not been good in either. They're tied with the Sharks right now through 2. Obviously didn't play well against Anaheim. Again, I mean, we're talking about Vasilesky kind of tier goalie here. Buy low. If anybody's freaking out, like, panic is afoot. Definitely afoot.
If you can steal away Connor Hellebuyck, then do it.
Do it.
But I'm definitely not I'm not selling on a Connor Hellebuyck, just like you wouldn't be selling on an Andre Vasilesky. You know what I mean? Like, both they're right now when they start out not doing so hot. Yeah, that's going to be the lowest that they're like going to be all year.
Knock on doors. That's it. All right, moving on. Buffalo takes one from Montebo and the Canadiens. Jeff Skinner, point per game. Jeff Skinner at that. He got 2 points, led all forwards in ice time. If we're picking anybody up from Buffalo, is it Jeff Skinner?
No.
Yes.
You have to pick one from Buffalo, Zach. You have to.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay, then it's not going to be Jeff Skinner.
They don't even have Casey Middlestat anymore.
Yeah. Like, who? I mean, I guess Victor Olofsson's still there.
It's going to be Victor Olofsson.
There you go.
That's exactly right. It's going to be Victor Olofsson.
I feel like we
Victor Olofsson has an elite shot. Like, that man can shoot the fucking puck. So if I'm going to pick up somebody, I'm going to pick up the guy that technically is capable of doing it himself.
Which one of them scored 40 goals before?
Oh, fuck Jeff Skinner.
Not Olofsson. Not Olofsson
All right.
playing next to Eichel, so I don't know.
Tyler Johnson. This has been a
Screen.
roller coaster ride. Game 1.
Still love it.
Got bumped from the top line. Henrik Borgstrom took 1C. I was kind of hoping it would be Kirby Dach. Like, I feel like that's the answer. Kirby Dach has been pretty wicked, getting good ice time, but they just won't put him on the top line. I don't know. That to me, that's what you do. That's it. Not Henrik Borgstrom, whatever. But Jeremy Colleton is kind of he is one of the most antsy coaches with lines. What do you think about Tyler Johnson? Right? Or we're done, right? Like, this was the 1 week that we wanted him. What are you guys thinking for the rest of for the week coming up?
I mean, he kind of came through. He got a couple of power play points.
Yeah,
he is still on that first power play.
Yeah,
he's playing power play.
He's playing the bump. He's playing the bumper.
And their schedule is not bad next week. They got 3 games, an off night on the Sunday against Detroit, which is theoretically that's good. They just beat Vancouver tonight. They also play Vancouver, which they haven't been saving that many goals. So I if you got him, I'd hang on to him, actually. See what happens.
I like him for that Sunday game, but I don't know if I'd hold him through the week. You know,
one thing I don't like about the bumper position, especially on a power play. So if Tyler Johnson is there, a lot of times, especially on that power play specifically, they're passing around the outside. So he's, he doesn't have the best of chances to get assists. It's either it ricochets off and he's going for screens, stuff like that. So I am a little worried, but I'm also in on this Tyler Johnson thing.
Yeah, and I mean, that power play usually gravitates towards Patrick Kane, who's in the other circle. And, Johnson passes it to Jones. Jones goes to Kane. Boom. Secondary assists count the same as primary assists in fantasy. So
exactly. I think you're right, though. Like we said on a previous episode, I think Doc will end up being the guy pretty soon.
Yeah.
Did you see him get smashed?
Oh,
Jeez,
yeah. That's what got Landeskog. That's what it was, right? That's what got Landeskog suspended.
Yeah, he crumpled him into the boards pretty good.
And right into that, Landeskog suspended 2 games. Burakovsky is on the top line. All right, I want to talk about Tyler Bertuzzi. He had a 4-goal game, and for anybody chasing that points scored last game category in your fantasy leagues, don't look any further than Tyler Bertuzzi. Detroit doesn't have
Point scored yesterday.
Point scored yesterday. It's a category, right? And it's Yahoo Standard Leagues. Everybody's going to be chasing Tyler Bertuzzi, but I don't want to poo-poo this too much because just looking at his schedule, he's only going to miss 3 games before Christmas. Only 3 because he's an anti-vaxxer. And then he has no Canadian games until February. And then mid-March, he has like a Canadian road trip with 3 games in the middle there. But maybe COVID's over by March. I don't know. Huge thanks to I know it'll never be over. This is the new normal, right? Yeah, anyway, shout out to Jethro in the Discord who brought this up. But yeah, like it's a lot more palatable when you think about it like that. There's only 3 games you're going to miss until Christmas, and then nothing until February, and then mid-March sucks. That's it. That's what you got to deal with until March with Tyler Bertuzzi. Does that make you more inclined to want to pick him up? I know he's found himself in our streamer segment this week.
This is exactly the kind of player he is, though. He is the type of guy to get 4 goals in a game and end up with 17 goals. Like he's a streaky guy, and
it's well said.
I'm always on him as a streamer. He's very much on the edge of a 12-team league for me. Even if he's playing a full season, he's on the edge. So I'm neither for nor against. I do like him. He's always got the dual eligibility. I believe he still does.
Yep.
But yeah, he seems to be that type of guy.
I feel you on the waffle. Like I'm down to pick him up to stream him, and see how he does for another game or so. But it is still the Detroit Red Wings. It is still Tyler Bertuzzi. He's also very droppable in my eyes. So the second he's not scoring points, I'm picking up somebody else.
Fair enough. All right, Mason Mctavish, one of our favorite guys coming out of this, dude. So, what do we think? Like, is there something there? I don't know. I feel like this is just a watch list at this point. Like, looking good.
Yeah,
Starting
you guys seem to be excited about him.
I have a crush. He's one of my guys.
Yeah, he seems like he's your Hoglander.
Maybe.
He looked good though. The highlight looked good.
Yeah.
He has 2 points in 2 games. That's all I know.
Point per game, Mason McTavish.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so on to bigger and better things. Anze Kopitar looking fucking great out of the gate.
Yeah, right?
Oh my God. Average draft position of 7.7, 7th round, like mid 7th round. Just paying dividends right out of the gate, dude. Like he is looking good. He is a man on a mission. I thought the same about Dylan Larkin. Like we only saw one game out of him, but he was angry. He wanted to be playing well and throwing punches, getting suspended, whatever. Like he's suspended one game, but this looks to me, if I'm gonna read into one game, this is a Dylan Larkin revenge tour, and I'm all for it. Get your tickets before they sell out. I'm in. I can't help but like Dylan Larkin. Give me them shots back.
People have been trying for so long to like Dylan Larkin.
Yeah.
I don't hate Dylan Larkin.
No.
I think he is definitely their best player, but like
he's teasingly good. He's teasingly good enough. He's never been bad. He's just been not as good as you want, which is the most frustrating way to
Well, you throw Dylan Larkin on a team with, some depth and like him playing with some actual players, and not playing with Tyler Bertuzzi, you're great and all, but like fuck.
Yeah, he's
not gonna get you there.
Surrounding cast still.
Danton fucking Heinen.
You hate Danton Heinen.
Yeah, he's.
Why you always got to be so mean,
I mean,
Danton Heinen
goals in 3 straight games. I feel like we got to bring him up, and I hope we don't have to ever again. I don't like this guy.
I knew this was going to happen, and I knew this conversation that you were going to have.
Yeah. What do we want to say here? You guys fucking take it away because I can't bring myself to say nice things about him.
He's your guy.
Well, it's because people are out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And do you really think that they're going to keep on scoring points in the same fashion that they are now? Like, I don't know. I'll even say this. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't.
He's got 3 goals on 8 shots, and 1 was a power play goal against Florida.
It's unsustainable, to say the least.
Fuck.
His
but anyway,
28.6% shooting percentage says it all.
Pittsburgh has a shitty schedule, so we don't need to talk about him again. There's only 2 games for Pittsburgh, and they're both on heavy nights. But it pains me that Danton Heinen is doing well. Like, I don't want this guy to do well. I'm rooting against him.
Yeah, you don't like him. I'm aware.
Good.
Anyway, Vasily Podkolzin, Raj, scored a goal, only played like 7 minutes. What's going on there?
F.
It's, I don't know, to be expected.
Growing pains.
No, he's a rookie. He's a rookie from Russia. This is about how much he was expected to play. I mean, people were way overblowing the Podkolzin train. He was. It's Canucks
under 10 minutes tonight, and no stat line, no hits, no blocks, no nothing. So
Yeah, he will probably not play every game this season. He was way overblown coming into the season. Yeah, I think this is about what you can expect. He's a great player. They're not going to rush him back. Vancouver has tons of great forwards. I think
Yeah,
this is
what's
what
going
it's
on
going to
with
be.
what the fuck is Alex Chason doing on the top power play?
I
I
hate
know
it.
he's a net front guy, but like,
Hate it. It's just because of Besser, but it
oh,
won't be
right.
there forever. Won't be there
Okay.
forever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Zach Hyman is getting top power play reps, which we were all hoping for. Montreal, really weird. No Romanov on power play two. It's Chris Weidman. Petrie's getting, a good share of the power play, but everybody else is getting around 50%. So it's like a 50-50 split for everybody but Petrie. Maybe things change when Hoffman gets back, but right now it's all Petrie. We can skip Lawson Krause line one, power play one because of fucking Louis Erickson. But I want to talk about, like, do you guys remember there was, I can't remember who said it. There was a fantasy hockey podcast host that said Shane Gostisbehere, he might get power play one. And then everybody went on. It was like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Who was that? Who said that? Who said Shane Gostisbehere was going to be power play one? Do you guys remember? Because I can't.
Was it you, TJ?
It was me. Yeah, I set it up.
Was it you?
Yeah,
Was it you that said that?
I was circling the drain there. But anyway, Gostisbehere is on power play one. Who gives a shit, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
Ghost had.
Well, he did get a power play assist.
Yeah, he did.
He has a
power play
assist already this year.
He had 4 shots on goal in his first game. I mean, is that the answer? Is it like, who gives a shit? Is that it? That's kind of it. Yeah, he had nothing. He had 1 block tonight.
William Eklund just got an
20
assist.
minutes.
I give a shit about that.
Fuck yeah, dude. I almost had him in my streamers because I like San Jose's. I like his schedule this week. Alex Barré, new face in Seattle. He's inside the top 6. He's on power play 2. Something to monitor for your deeper leagues. All right, let's get into the week breakdown. Let's talk streamers. Quantity. Most games played: San Jose, New York, Nashville, Detroit, and Anaheim. They all have 4 games. Most off nights, that's Boston and Vegas. They only play 3 games, but all of them are on off nights. Quality as opposed to quantity. San Jose has 4 games. 2 of them are off nights. Vegas has 3 games, 3 off nights, and Boston, same deal. Let's talk about exploits because we all like cheating the schedule. Monday's an off night. You can pick Anaheim, Calgary. They're playing each other. Arizona, St. Louis, New York Rangers, Toronto, Philly, Seattle. Those are your matchups for Monday. And then you can hop over to Boston and Vegas and get 4 off nights from, 1 or 2 acquisitions. St. Louis is playing Arizona. That seems pretty lucrative. What do you guys think about that? Is there anybody worth checking in on in St. Louis?
Jordan Kyrou.
I love him for points.
He's definitely worth checking in on when we're talking streamers. That's a great game to take advantage of. St. Louis has been looking good. I believe. Did they end up pulling it off?
They won. They ended up winning tonight.
Okay.
Yep. The
Ryan O'Reilly game-winning goal.
Nice.
Yeah, the goal was disallowed. No, he didn't have. He had an empty netter at the end.
And then they've got. St. Louis then has Arizona, then they have Vegas on an off night, and then they have L.A. later in the week, who's not fantastic. So, yeah.
Really, I think that they have, a good bit of, players that I think are definitely pick upable. Perron is out there. He scored tonight, like we said earlier. We've always liked Jordan Kyrou, but don't forget about, Pavel Buchnevich. Brandon Saad, who, is never going to get you power play time, but right now he's on that top line with O'Reilly and Perron. So, there are people to pick up around there. It just, hell, Jordan Falk is out there in a lot of leagues that I've seen. He scored a goal tonight. He's on that second power play unit. And that second power play unit is not horrible. Not a horrible power play unit.
Yeah, Buchnevich, 72% owned. Brandon Saad, 16. So just go check on Buchnevich. But boys, San Jose's up 4-2 against Winnipeg. That's something else.
Yeah.
That's something else. Yeah, check out St. Louis. You know, everybody but Robert Thomas is worth a look. All right, let's move into our streamer picks. Let's start off with our just go check category, right around 50%. Raj, kick it off, buddy.
Well, I'm going back to the well, Puljujärvi.
Gotta do it.
What more
Gotta
can
do
you
it.
say?
He's looked so good.
Yeah, he's been playing with the big boys who've been stacking the top line a lot. We've talked about him last week.
Another assist tonight.
Yep. Ride that train. He gets an abnormal amount of hits. You know, he gets a couple of games, so 100% in for Puljujärvi. If you have him, keep him. If somehow he's still out there, which he is in more than half leagues, I would definitely pick him up. 3 games coming up this week.
What did he have? Assist and a power play point tonight. So it was a power play assist. Maybe it was power play 2, but McDavid and Draisaitl were on the assists. Who knows? Zach, who do you have as your first 40 to 50% streamer?
I'm going to start with my highest one, and that is Stanler Chavinson. I'm going to keep on talking about him. We kind of talked about him a little bit earlier, and really it comes down to he's solidified in that top line. He's going to get somebody around him to play with, and I really hope that it puts him in the position to take more shots. I'd love to see that happen. He's proven that he can put points up on the board, and that's what I'd like him for. So let's do it.
What do you like him for?
Points.
You like points?
I like points.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I got a Travis Konechny.
Oh, and he's 49%, by the way. But it's all those off nights.
Konechny's my first one here. He 46% owned. Really surprised to see him under 50. Top line, top power play. Philly's got a pretty good schedule this week. I see Seattle to kick it off, and then they got Boston on an off night on Wednesday, and then they don't play again until Saturday, which is a heavy night. So maybe you just, early week stream, but Konechny available in over half of leagues, center left wing. Scored. I'm pretty sure he scored a goal already, but shit, like top line, top power play.
Yeah.
Philly, hopefully they turn around and they're good. But yeah,
I caught most of that game against the Vancouver game, and that line looked fantastic. He looked great.
I'm in. Yeah, connecting a goal, 4 shots, 4 hits through 1 game. So you're gonna get and it was a power play goal from power play 1. Take it. I'm in. Yep. Raj, number 2. Who do you got?
Matthew Grzelcyk. Defenseman from Boston, 46% owned. They got 3 games. As he said, there are 3 off nights. And I think Boston has the best schedule of all. They got Philly, who's better, but, they're still letting in goals. Then they got Buffalo, and then they got San Jose. But maybe looking at the way San Jose is playing, are they good? I don't know, but I like Boston's schedule. Grzelcyk's there. If you need to swing in a D for your off nights, that's 3 good ones.
There you go. Zach, who do you got up as number 2?
I'm going to go back to the Philly well here and go with Joel Farabee at 46%. Another 46% are here. I believe goal assist in 1 game. He looked good. He looked good. I like Joel Farabee. It's a good story. I'm going him.
Left wing, right wing,
and playing with Cam Atkinson. Cam Atkinson has been playing well. I told you. I told you it was going to work.
Looks like a man possessed. I'm going to go with Jesse Puljujärvi. We kind of talked about him already. Or did you cover it? Yeah, you already covered it. All right, so I'm going to go
first.
I'm going to go with Justin Falk here. He covers categories, and he's 43% owned. So if you're in a banger league or a category league, I think Justin Falk brings a lot to the table for you. They start off the week in Arizona. So there's that. I think that's going to be money. And then they have Vegas. So, even if he's not on the score sheet, I think it should be a physical game. And then they got LA on the end of the week. So 3 games, 2 off nights. Maybe you can bounce him out Wednesday going into Thursday, but Justin Falk should get you some early bangs.
Yeah, it's a messed up Vegas team too there.
True enough. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
in a
Good point.
Weird spot right now.
So I believe that leaves just me left with Sean Monahan at 42% owned.
Yeah, you're alone on that one. That's for sure. Yeah.
What's wrong with Sean Monahan, man?
Sean Monahan.
His hockey.
Don't hate
skills.
on Sean Monahan. There's no need for stuff like that.
Wow.
He is a good player. He ain't gonna get you hits and blocks and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I full well understand that.
Yeah,
but
he won't get you goals or assists, and
Hey.
But hey, that dual eligibility.
That seems
He
a
can
little
not get you-
unnecessary.
He can not get you points from 2 different positions now.
Did he get it? Did he get any points tonight?
Monahan, no. I mean, there's only 1 goal so far. It's Mangiapane's.
Yeah, but I know he plays with Mangiapane. So, still, I like Sean Monahan. I definitely don't hate him. At only 42%, he's worth a look. That's all I'm saying. Man, you guys are fucking mean.
I don't know. He
You're bad
is
friends.
guilty until proven innocent in my book. But
Bad
I mean,
friends.
he's right there in streamer territory. So, I'm not there. All right, let's move into 30 to 40% owned. We all, actually not all of us, but 2/3 of us have Tyler Bertuzzi. Detroit's got a pretty slick schedule. They play 4 games, but the best of it is on Sunday when they play their first off night. Columbus, Calgary, Montreal, and then Chicago on that Sunday. 4 games. So we're looking at sheer volume here. Bertuzzi has been hot. Ride it, right?
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah. He's going to get added like crazy too. So
Doesn't he?
But at the same time, don't get attached.
Is he at home, or is that Montreal is an away game, isn't it? Isn't that in Montreal?
yeah, Montreal and Chicago. So you'll miss the Montreal one.
So he'll
So,
only
yeah,
end
only-
up getting 3 games.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good call. We'll just go straight to Chicago, which is the off night. So I think to me, he's he's a Sunday streamer, but somebody might have nabbed him up. Maybe they drop him because they can't go into Montreal. But yeah, Raj, who's your 30 to 40?
Blake Coleman.
Yeah.
Can you believe
I'm
he
liking-
went down? He went down to 34% owned because of a 1-game suspension.
Yeah.
That's the only game they had that week.
I know, but man, and now when he's back, he's back, hat trick, definitely sustainable. He likes to score goals in Florida.
What?
Did I just say Florida?
Yeah.
Why did I just
Are
say
they
that?
playing
Who are you
against Florida
talking
or
about?
something? If they're playing
Who are you
against Florida,
talking
then
about?
that would be
No,
great.
I was just
Taking
looking,
a trip down there.
I was just looking at Florida on my screen, and I said Florida. No, but Blake Coleman, he's down to 34%. He's back. 3 goals tonight, didn't he?
As a Blake Coleman owner, I know that I did not drop
Sam
him because I
Bennett.
knew if I did drop him, somebody else would pick him
Oh,
up.
Jesus. Christ.
You're talking about Sam Bennett. You're thinking about Sam Bennett here.
I am totally thinking
Yeah.
about Sam Bennett.
If Sam Bennett
Erase
was
that.
34% owned, I quit.
Erase that. Never mind. Just cut that from the record.
Raj, you and I both have Jared McCann. Seattle's got a pretty, they got a back-to-back to start the week. So there's going to be volume early. They got Philly and then they got New Jersey. Philly could be pretty much a gimme game. We don't know what kind of Philly we're going to get. And New Jersey, again, this feels like a strange one. We don't know what New Jersey we're going to get. So there's that. Who scored for Calgary? Hopefully it's Sean Monahan. No, it's Elias Lindholm. Sweet. I have him in all my leagues. Anyway, yeah, Jared McCann. The game that I watched from him, he looked good. He looked really good. He was all over the place. Really looked like he wanted to score. Had a nose for the net. Tough kid. So I like Mccann there.
Yeah, he looked great. I was worried about Seattle scoring before the season started, but they've had no trouble so far. They've been particularly that line has been just fine.
Zach, you're up, bud.
I'm going to go with a player that we talked about a little bit earlier, and that is Nazem Kadri. He is what, 36% owned.
Fuck yeah, Puljujarvi shorthanded goal.
Damn.
Suck my butt. Suck my butt.
Seems a little unnecessary.
I don't know if it was just shorty.
Okay, so Nazem Kadri playing very well right now. He had 5 shots on goal in his first game, 10 shots attempted that first game. Craziness. But did get a goal and an assist, backed it up with another 2 points tonight. As a Nazem Kadri owner like myself, I am glad to be one. Right now, he's going to get that time with Burakovsky and Rantanen. And actually, I own Burakovsky. I own them both in the same league. So I'm pretty excited about that. But it's not just that. He's only 36% owned. He is worth a look, worth a pickup. There's no reason not to.
Let's say Nathan McKinnon comes back and he's on the second line. Are you still into him?
I'm not dropping him right away. That's for sure. Can I say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm definitely not dropping him right away.
I got Timo Meier because I think San Jose is one of the best schedules going into next week. They got 2 off nights later, and then they got Montreal, and this is another team that feels like an enigma. I mean, they gave up a bunch of goals to Buffalo. Granted, it was Samuel Montembeault in, but they also have Ottawa, and then they're going into Toronto and Boston. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough sledding. But, Timo Meier historically has been a guy that puts up shots, hits, and the points. I mean, 2 years ago, we were like, oh, my fuck, like Timo Meier is going to break out this, that, and the other thing. So I'm all over Meier here, especially when he's inside streamer territory at 31% owned. I mean, at the very least, you got that peripheral floor if you're counting that kind of stuff. And if anybody's got a chance at points, I think Timo Meier's a good as chance as anybody.
Absolutely.
Got an assist tonight. Yeah, 2 minutes ago.
I had him as my next pick as well. He's got the dual eligibility. He's got the 4 games. He's a guy who, hits shots, stuff like that. For a busy schedule suits that kind of player. So I like it. Montreal has been pretty shitty, to be honest, so far, and Ottawa is up and down. I like Timo Meier. I know Zach likes him as well.
Zach loves all the Sharks,
and he's top line, top power play, right? Because who else is going to be? So yeah, I think he's a great choice.
Zach, you got an interesting one, man, and I want to hear what you got to say.
What, with Capo Kakkonen?
Yeah, I see that back-to-back at the end of the week with Anaheim and Nashville, and that looks pretty sweet, especially if he gets the Anaheim game.
That is exactly what I'm thinking. So I have Capo Kakkonen down here with 1 game. He's going to get 1 game next week because I would think that Talbot will get the other 2, which makes a lot of sense to me. But still, Capo Kakkonen, 35% owned. You can pick him up for that 1 game. I would expect him to get that Anaheim game. Now, don't get me wrong, it is on Saturday. That means that most likely your 2 goalies may be playing. But for those people that have gone 0G and are kind of riding these waves and picking up, goalies on a whim, I think Capo Kakkonen is a great one to pick up.
That's a good point.
Minnesota still looks good. Capo Kakkonen is still good. So I am all about picking him up for that Saturday game. And possibly, even if, you're a good goalie that isn't playing well right now, you might want to put Kakkonen in. I'm all in on this one. I like Kakkonen, though, too. So, I mean, let's be honest.
Nate in the chat is reminding me that Timo Meyer has 7 shots on goal tonight.
Yeah, he does.
So
he's got some hits too.
Fucking send it. And that game is still going on. There's like 7 minutes left in the third. So
Got
Timo
time
Meyer,
for more.
Yeah. Let's get those numbers up, but because 7 is not enough. How many hits did he have? What did you say?
He's just got 2 hits right now. Only 2 hits.
Yeah, bum. He's got a block too. Ugh.
He's great.
It's disgusting. All right, let's move down into our 21 to 30 range. I want to bring up Nick Ritchie, who I'm going to give him another chance this week. Toronto's got a schedule that is okay, but there's a huge gap during the middle of the week. They play Monday and then they don't play again until Friday. But both of those games are off nights, and they see the Rangers, again, another team that's really up and down. You don't know which Rangers you're going to get. I assume they're going to put Igor Shesterkin out there, but then they got a back-to-back going, and I'm talking about the Maple Leafs here. So maybe Hutchinson gets the game against the Sharks, which means that the offense is going to be more turned on. They're going to want to go more offensive just to give that extra padding towards Hutchinson, who may not be the most reliable goalie that there is. So Nick Ritchie, and by then I think Austin Matthews should be back. So you're looking at Ritchie, Matthews, Marner at even strength. Sign me up. And Ritchie supplies some hits, so I'm there for that too. Left wing, right wing. There's going to be a lot of flexibility on your roster. 21% owned. This is the guy that it should be available. 1 out of every 4 leagues. So sign me up for Ritchie. I'm there. Who's up?
I was just noticing Puljujarvi's couple of points there. I'm in some tight races right now. I had a shitty Friday night in a lot of my teams, and tonight I'm making some comebacks. It's exciting.
Not a fan.
In the league that we were playing against each other, you were winning last time I checked. So at least you got that one going for you.
Oh, good. What are we looking in here? The 20% range. I had another San Jose Shark, the Logan Couture.
Boo.
I mean,
Mario Ferraro.
I had Logan Couture too.
I mean, 27% owned. He's the center there. That's that. It's schedule based, right? He's the number one.
Talk about accolades. Watch, just laying it on thick.
Hey man, it's schedule based, right? Like you got the 2 off nights, you got the 4 games, and he's decent. He's a decent player. This
the Jets scored.
We're not talking. What is it? 4-3 now.
So Ferraro tonight has 4 hits and 3 blocks.
There you go,
dude. Mario Ferraro is for real. Like we said that before.
Bangs.
Love me some Mario Ferraro.
Buddy bangs. But yeah, you were talking about punk ass Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby
looks like
older cousin who sells weed in his basement. Yeah, no, I don't like him that much, but in this range, he's fine for a streamer. Like I said, given the schedule, he could be worth it if by some chance you're looking for a center.
And the whole thing is, I mean, oddly enough, like Rudolph Balcers is scoring goals. Fucking Jesper Weatherby, you know what I mean, has a 2 or 3 point night or some shit like that. Like Logan Couture ain't even on this shit. He ain't even on these points. And I had him as one of my streamers too. So, I mean, I can't really say much, but it is what it is.
Did you want to take a swing at somebody else, Zach? Outside of
take a swing at somebody else that's on a crappy team.
Which one?
Because it's like so many crappy teams this week have really good schedules. Sure. Let's talk about Maxime Comtois.
Sure.
Ooh.
0 points so far this year. I'm really kind of going on a hope and a prayer on this one.
Yeah, grasping at straws.
A little bit, maybe. But we do know that you're going to get hits. Like, so that's the thing about Maxime Comtois. He's going to be put in all the best positions in Anaheim. They're obviously not giving a ton of time to Zegras right now. So, Comtois is still like a look. Ricard Raquel is still a look. But dude gets bangs for, for a forward. He'll throw in, just under a block a game, but like he's getting you a little bit of everything. He's still the best person to have on that team as far as I'm concerned.
Speaking of bangs, somebody that we're all pretty excited about is Brandon Tanev, who just can't stop.
What in the shit?
Goal per game, Brandon Tanev here, boys.
Dude, did you see that goal that he had tonight too?
He has 11 hits through 3 games. Let's just
all over the place.
Starting there. His ice time is looking pretty good, especially in this most recent game, 1841 versus Columbus. Did score a goal, had 2 goals the game before. Brandon Tanev, man, like I think there's going to be a lot there because Seattle has opportunity available. There's no lines as it is right now, and Brandon Tanev is kind of like right there with it. 27% owned. Again, three goals already. When Brandon Tanev, we were talking earlier, like when Brandon Tanev is good, he's great, and I think he's on his shit right now.
He's just on one of his he's strikes. Doing it.
Yeah, and unsustainable is exactly what we look for in a streamer.
And his new picture is just epic.
Was it better than his
new
last
photo?
Year?
Oh my god, you've got to see it. Like it looks like Brandon Tanev smoked methamphetamine and then said, "Hey, I'm gonna go get my picture taken for the NHL."
So did he did the same face as last year?
I think that's just his face.
Yeah, he definitely made a point of it. I'm a fan. He seems like a fun guy. He's a guy you can like.
I like Brandon Tanev. I like
him a lot better now that he's not on the Penguins.
I like him so much better now that he's not on the Penguins.
I liked him on the Penguins anyway. Anybody that bangs like this, sign me up. But Raj, you're up, buddy.
I was thinking about Roenick in Detroit. He's 29% owned. Jeremy Roenick, yeah. Good solid choice. Another schedule choice. 4 games. He's got the Sunday off night. If you need a D, he does have 3 heavy nights, but
I think they got Letty on the top power play unit.
They have a weird power play. It's Letty, and they have Lucas Raymond up there right now, along with Adam Ernie. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be with Sam Gagne.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters.
Talk about bumping elbows. Bumping elbows with Adam Ernie.
I don't think that the power play is a real concern, but it is 4 games, and he plays hockey.
Well,
and Detroit gets shot at a lot, so there's a chance he might pick up some peripherals.
There's a lot of people in Detroit that get shot at a lot.
Yeah.
Who's your last one here, Zach?
My last one is Braden frickin' Holtby.
That's weird.
Isn't it though? I like to take these deep, man. So
that boy needs to drink some water.
He played but he still played pretty well, man. 926. He's letting in like 2 goals a game. If he's gonna get, more of the share than Hudobin until everybody else gets healthy, then okay, I'll pick up these games. If he happens to get both the Pittsburgh and the Los Angeles game, especially that Los Angeles game, and especially being on off nights, then I am down, because there ain't nothing like having the winning goalie on an off night. I fucking love it, because it's just automatic points. I like it.
I want to put him in a spot start. So just watch, the confirmed goalies. I'm there for the Los Angeles game, but do they go back to him after there's a water bottle on your net, bro? Like, just turn around and drink it. I don't know.
It's hot in those pads, man.
Yeah. I remember that time.
It was hot in those pads.
You didn't even play goalie. You just wore the pads.
That hurts.
I'm
I
not.
mean, if you got in front of any of the balls, they would have hurt too, but you didn't.
Dude, you guys were playing awful defense. It was just not. It was just.
Yeah.
It was just
We were
nonstop.
bad.
Fucking.
We were bad.
It was nonstop breakaways.
Oh,
Just
we were
nonstop. Like
No,
it got to the point where I just started tripping people just so they didn't score a fucking goal.
Right. We were bad,
Ridiculous.
but the people that were there were really good. Like they
Yeah,
were,
but to have every fucking shot just be a breakaway is
We were-
ridiculous.
a bunch of restaurant nerds that like
I
half of us are chugging
running.
cigarettes. We're chugging cigarettes. And we're like, let's start a deck hockey league. Like a bunch of fucking idiots. And Zach's like, I have pads. And we're like, I guess that makes you the goalie.
I was just bringing them.
Yeah, you had the pads so that you.
Oh my God.
By default, you're the goalie. I
Man,
got
you people just let up fucking breakaways nonstop. It was the worst.
well,
worst.
however many goals we got scored against us was the number of breakaways we gave up because they were pretty. They were exactly the same. I got
That's
Ellie
not true.
Tolvanen. I got
I
Tolvanen
stopped a
here.
couple.
Yeah.
You didn't stop. Like the only reason you made saves is because they accidentally shot it at your body.
No, I told you because I just started throwing my stick out and tripping people. That's the only
right.
reason most of them didn't happen.
Tolvanen
But Ely Tolvanen,
has
I'm a big fan. He is
2
good.
games with 6 shots on goal. He has 12 shots through 2 games. He had a goal in his first game. It was at even strength, which has been a area of concern for him. Like he did a lot on the power play, and we were like, okay, like he will succeed if the power play succeeds, and the power play will succeed if he succeeds. But even strength goal, that's good to see, especially the shot volume. I'm fucking there for that. This is a guy that we usually count on for hits. He had 2 hits in his last game. Nothing in the first game, but you got Tolvanen, dual eligible at left wing, right wing. He is a top power play fixture in Nashville. Where are they? Where the fuck is Nashville?
Nashville, they have a great schedule. They got 4 games.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they're gonna see LA, Los Angeles, Winnipeg. Who knows what Winnipeg we're gonna see? Like they're not here yet. They haven't showed up. And then Minnesota to finish out the week. So I don't know. If nothing else, there's volume there, and Tolvanen with the shot volume that he's putting out. Sign me up once again. Like we're just taking chances here.
I dig it. But Tolvanen is like he's fucking good. You want to talk about just ability to score points and just be in the right place at the right time. Like he makes smart decisions. I like Ely Tolvanen. There's nothing not to like.
Who's got some 20%ers left? I think we're done there. Or no,
I
you
think
got
we're done with all. I think we're done with
Raj.
all.
Raj got one more.
Well, not really. I just like Hoglander. I had him sitting there, but the Canucks don't have a great schedule.
Yeah, we haven't talked about a Canuck yet, so
I like Hog. Speaking of
Coles.
shots, right? Hoglander's been shooting up a storm, but he's there. He's always gonna get you shots, perhaps some points, but he has had 0 in the peripheral department this year. He's been going all out, heading for the net and taking shots every chance he gets. So if you need that, but the schedule isn't great. But I'm always happy to talk Hoglander.
Let's talk about our deep cuts this week. Anybody under 20% owned? Raj, you and I have the lowest, and that's Jordan Kyrou, somebody we talked about earlier in the episode here. Take it away.
Well, St. Louis has looked strong, and Kyrou, he's got a few numbers on the board. I just like it. I mean, what was he, under 10%? I don't have
8. He is 8%. I definitely like him a lot more in points leagues because he's not bringing much else.
Yeah, for sure. And again, the 2 off nights. So if you can get a top 6 forward like that at 8%, you can get him. Like you can almost certainly get him, and I would. He's got Arizona, and he's got that I wouldn't call Vegas a depleted team, but somewhat depleted team. Yeah, I just like him. I like that. And like you said, points league for sure.
Yeah. 2 assists in his first game against Colorado. One shot, but hadn't had those 2 assists. He blocked a shot as well. Going into Arizona, it's hard not to stack up against them.
And hey,
Zach.
you guys don't have the lowest. I have the lowest.
Oh God, Robbie Fabry.
Robbie Fabry.
I'll edit that out. That's fine. Robbie
No,
Fabry.
keep that shit in. Robbie Fabry getting lots of time on ice. Now I understand that it's really because Larkin isn't playing right now, but that doesn't take away the fact that Robbie Fabry has a goal and 2 assists in 2 games.
I'm pretty sure he's allowed in Canada too, so there's that.
That's also a plus.
Yeah.
So that might get him some extra top line time. But dude had 4 shots on goal tonight, 3 hits. He had a heck of a game. Add on that goal. One of his 2 assists last game was on the power play, so he's getting power play time. For only 5%, Robbie Fabry is at least a look. He's worth a look, depending on the day, depending on the team, and depending on how deep your league is.
Yeah, if you gotta dig deep.
But also, for someone that has 3 points in 2 games, he's at least worth a look.
Roger, there's a lot of overlap for me and you. We both got Craig Smith on here too. I mean,
I like
Boston
too.
Boston. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have him. You're. I mean, if anybody's,
I'm the biggest Craig Smith supporter out of all 3 of us. That's for sure.
3 games, 3 off nights for Boston. Craig Smith on that second line with Charlie Coyle and Taylor Hall. So that's a line that we're hoping for big things. Obviously, a new look with Taylor Hall coming in and new center that is Charlie Coyle. Are you guys into Charlie Coyle at all? I mean, I know we like Craig Smith, obviously, because we have him here, but I'm wondering what you think about Coyle.
Not particularly.
I was actually looking to draft Coyle in a lot of leagues, especially deeper leagues, obviously. But he's really not doing much this year. Like, he's on a decent line with Taylor Hall and Craig Smith and isn't really doing shit with it. Now, he's not going to get any power play time really ever, but I like that second line look.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I'm looking at him. He's definitely on my watch list. That's for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. It's definitely a deployment thing. Taylor Hall, power play 1. We're not picking him up, but I mean, you look at Craig Smith, line 2, power play 2. 12% owned.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a guy that shoots all the time.
He's worth a try. He's worth a try. Another guy sort of in the same boat. I like Kyle Palmieri. I think he's worth one more try.
Fuck yeah.
Left wing, right wing, 15% owned the 4 games. Man, he's top line. He's playing with Barzal, I think, for the most part.
Top power play too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so 15% if you get 4 games, a top line, top power play. They're a good team. Scoring's not necessarily their thing, but Palmieri is a guy who gets you hits most seasons as well.
No stranger to shots either.
Yeah, so I like him. I'm actually trying to find a spot to fit him into my roster for this week. I mean, they are 3 out of the 4 nights are heavy nights, but one of them is Arizona. So as we've said over and over here, he might want to get in on that.
Yeah, I got Dobson from the Islanders too, defenseman from, he's playing on their top power play unit for whatever that matters. Like, top power play in on the island has never been exactly, enticing or anything, but he's there, if nothing else. He scored an assist. It was at even strength. He had a shot, a hit, 2 blocks. You're going to get volume. D is something we're always looking for. And Dobson has been getting some buzz too. So, people are starting to catch on. He's 18%, one of the highest option on this list, actually. So, check it out. McDavid scored again. Hat trick for McDavid.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. I've heard
All
he's
right,
good.
so you guys got your deeper cuts out of the way. I'll finish this off quick here. I actually have two more. Uh, I talked a little bit about Victor Olofsson earlier. He would be the player from Buffalo that I would pick up. Through 2 games, he has 8 shots on goal, 4 shots a game. I am down for such things, especially for somebody that has a shot like him. He's only 13% owned. Now, there's another thing where it depends on the day and everything. But if there is a keepable player on, or you know what I mean, a holdable player on
Yeah.
that team, I personally think it's Victor Olofsson. But just keep an eye on the games and everything like that. But goal assists so far this year, I'm fine with that through 2 games.
Did not think we'd be saying point per game, Buffalo Sabre, anybody.
Yeah, not named Jack Eichel.
Jesse Puljujarvi with another point. Just gonna put that in there.
Fuck yeah, cool.
Fuck yeah.
There we go.
Lastly, and this one might be a pipe dream here. It's Kyle Yamamoto at 10%. He is getting good looks in the top 6, but hasn't done jack shit with it so far. So keep an eye on Kyle Yamamoto. He is definitely not a player that you want to give too long of a leash to.
Yeah,
but he is worth a stream.
Certainly looks a lot better if they break up that Draisaitl McDavid line. Like if he gets Draisaitl on his line, that there's nothing wrong with that. Sign
and RNH, absolutely.
Yeah, buddy. All right, streamer of the week. Who do we like the best out of everybody we've talked about? Who would you suggest first? I mean, Puljujarvi at 50%. It's hard to vote against him, especially 3 points tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, he's not going to be 49% owned anymore. At least he shouldn't be. So he'll get picked up. I don't think he's somebody we can talk about. What do you think? Who is our streamer of the week?
That's a tough one. I mean, you'd have to think Bertuzzi's in there.
I'm actually a big fan of Kyle Palmieri, Raj.
Okay.
I actually like Kyle Palmieri a lot this week, especially with those 4 games. He's not going anywhere off that top line, top power play. I had him too, change some names around, but I actually like Kyle Palmieri maybe more than anybody, out of these people. And I would gotta say, Brandon Tanev might be
I'm right there with you.
behind him. Like Brandon Tanev, dude. I like those 2 players. It's got to be Kyle Palmieri and Brandon Tanev, right behind him, if not, neck and neck for me.
I had Tanev leading the way, but that big gap in the middle of the week is kind of brutal.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he's not playing. And then he plays Saturday, which is a huge game or, huge night, huge slate. So, early week, I think Brandon Tanev is my guy. Over the course of a week, I'm going Timo Meier. I like San Jose. They got 4 games. They got 2 off nights. Their games in the early week, the games that are on heavy nights are Montreal and Ottawa. I might even be able to slide him in there. I don't know that I can. And Timo Meier is a name that you're not feeling like, oh my God, do I got to get, Robbie Fabry in here or something? No shade, going your way, Zach, or anything. But
seems a little rude.
You don't feel too bad about getting Timo Meier in there. So Timo Meier is my streamer of the week. He's my pick. Raj, I want to hear about how we did last week. I know you got this pretty bitchin' list made up for how we did on our sleeper picks. I think not sleeper, streamer picks. I think we did pretty good. Yeah,
from our week preview, Monday through Friday, basically, we hit on essentially everybody in some way or another. There was no total busts.
Capo.
I won't go. Yeah, he was kind of a bust. He got 5 shots, but that's about it. I won't go through everybody. If you want, you just go listen to the episode. But we had Puljujarvi. He had a goal and 6 shots, a couple of hits. Kaloran was a big one, 2 goals, 6 shots, a couple of hits.
Ty Joe paid dividends a little later.
Ty Joe, Jeff Carter.
Oh my God, Jeff Carter was huge.
Goal, 3 assists, power play, 9 shots, 5 hits. Jared McCann was another big one, 2 goals and assists.
Jordan Eberle.
You know who?
Jordan
I would,
Eberle and Tony D.
Tony D is who I was gonna say for ones that were really risky. That was one that definitely paid off. A couple of power play assists.
Thank you.
Yeah. And a couple of peripheral streamers we mentioned. Trouba had 7 hits and 3 blocks. Larson in 2 games had 7 hits, 4 blocks. Hoglander did great. Sorelli was another big one. But
Yep.
And you know what? Another one in Zach's corner, Cal Peterson. He got the win. 920 save percentage. 2 goals against on 23 shots, 25 shots. Sorry. So Cal Peterson, another one. So we had a good first week on our week preview. Pretty much.
Good shit, boys. Let's keep it going. We'll check in.
Blind squirrels, man.
We'll check in again next week and see. Yeah, we'll see how our hit percentage continues. But thank you guys for hanging out. We'll be back Tuesday with an episode for you. Typically our Tuesday trends episodes, but maybe we'll talk about some trends and things we're seeing deployment wise, but talking about anybody on a 300-point pace right now, like, it's silly. So we're not going to talk about sustainable, unsustainable. But what I do want to say is unsustainable, hunt it, seek it out, because those are the best streamers. But that's it for us. You can catch us on Twitter at FHF Hockey. You can find us in our Fantasy Hockey Discord. Join us up there. And we'll catch you later. We love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Boop. Not too bad. 120. Not too bad. I mean, definitely a little, now that we got like extended amount.